And one of them was titled Stolen Land, right? Because I was talking about what had been stolen from us. And in fact, in the video, I say, I'm not just talking land, I'm talking all of these things that I'm trying to evidence in the video, what has been stolen from the human race about our own potential here on this planet, right? But the responses that I got, knee jerk, nobody comments on my videos. The knee jerk react, land's not stolen, nothing was stolen. What do you mean biological warfare? The natives did biological warfare. It's like, man, people are so touchy about these stories we've been told, you know? It's just interesting. All the positive stuff I put out, and it was a positive message, but that one triggers people when you start saying, yeah, dude, this land, they've been lying to us, telling us they were savages. In the 1800s, there was direct mandates from Washington to hide anything whatsoever that showed advanced, culture or writing or anything amongst the native populations, because that would basically invalidate the land claims, that were originally put forth. So the land was stolen, and it was protected. That's what Tyrone. I asked him. I said, "Did you say that with a straight face?" I mean, that's sort of like if that narrative and all that hadn't happened, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here talking about all the things that we don't know. Guys? And that's not a shot at anyone, anywhere. No one here watching this was alive in the 1800s when Washington and the Smithsonian and Lewis and Clark, everything, all of that had a mandate on it to, anything you find, you uncover that shows advanced or shows Europe got here before, we did, anything, bury it. Because it very, very much legally starts to complicate things. So, yeah, people don't really inform themselves, and they just, that's why I call them knee-jerk, and I don't get offended by them. I try to laugh at them, right? Because that's what it is. It's this knee-jerk, like, what are you protecting, man? Like, what's going to happen? We can acknowledge it was stolen. I don't live in some fantasy world where I think that means all the land is going to go back to the people, right? Like, what is it? What is that makes people, that has the narrative so ingrained, that people can't just sit with something, an idea, a thing, an island full of every shape of quartz and stone that you want to imagine. And they're gonna try to tell you, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing, But the thing is, it's not nothing. You read these DeSoto chronicles, their bafflement by the culture and the behavior of the people they ran into. It's not fantasy, It's just not. I guess feelings. Tyrone says they're protecting their feelings. Yeah, my past life says otherwise too. I'm with you there. But protecting their feelings, I think some of that, for sure. Because it's painful, I guess, to admit that you've, I don't know what it is, and I don't really want to sit here and suppose. I just want to try to present people, you can't have that's a good one, Sarah. You can't have a knee-jerk reaction without jerks. This is true. This is very true. But I try to keep it positive, right? Because I know what's here, and I'm just trying to find the most efficient way to show it to you guys, I'm not worried if you're watching. I'm not worried what you're thinking, and I'm certainly not looking for your validation, right? Except my friends. I like yours. Thank you. I love you. You mean everything. But that's not what's happening with the show, right? Well, I know what I found, and what I'm doing is trying to be responsible and learn the best way, in the most complete way, and hopefully somewhat entertaining and enlightening way to showcase it to everybody on my own, from me to you, is as it should be. Secrets are shit, that's just power, and that's just lies, and knowledge is all of our heritage, and that is the mission of this